today we're going to be checking out the cable setup in Iwatodai Dorms. Let's check it out. Okay, now first we're going to check out the cable setup here. So you got an electrical outlet back here, cable loose behind the cabinet, good. It goes across this walkway area, which is not a good idea. It's a little bit of a tripping hazard. Goes into the power outlet. Yep, see, we've got this. I can't tell at this angle if it's surge protected or not, but it looks like it's just lamps and a phone connected to that, so even if it's just not actually surge protected, that's probably fine. So we got this lamp, we've got the phone, and then we got this cable going around the couch to do this other lamp. We also could have run it under the couch, but it's close enough to the back of the couch that's probably fine as is. You also have the other side. It is going out of the outlets. You can see both are plugged in there. It's going by this window and over to the lamp there. It's very relatively snug to the wall. It could be a little bit more snug to the wall, but as is, it's kind of fine. We have this lamp over here. It's got way too long of a cable, but to be honest, they probably bought the lamps in a set, so there's not much they could do about the cable length. They could, wrap up the cord or something to keep it fairly well self-contained and not as draping all over the floor as it is here, but it's still out of the way enough that it should be fine and relatively safe. So let's see, let's check over here. We've got a computer and a phone. These are, again, put into one of these multi-outlet extenders. Can't tell if it's a surge protector. I don't see, again, the switch on the side. With the computer, you would probably want that to be surge protected. The phone, maybe not, but we really want the computer to be surge protected ideally, but it probably is kind of, I don't know if that would be a cheap or an expensive computer, because it looks like it's just a monitor, but it could be one of those where it's a monitor, like a little box combo thing, so it could be actually kind of a cheap computer, I don't know. Next up, let's see, where else are there electrical cables in here. So the kitchen is fairly self-contained electrically. There's no outlets in here. There's this, which I think is just a light switch, but there's no outlets in here. Really, you would want at least one outlet for like a toaster or something like that. But it looks like the stove is a gas stove. Just got a sink, a refrigerator. Now the refrigerator, here we go. So the refrigerator appears to have some cables going, to an outlet in the ceiling. That's a bit... Is that two? I guess it's two cables. Maybe it's a really weird fridge. But there is an additional outlet slot there that you could feasibly use. But, why is it mounted so high? What contractor mounted it so high? That just seems like an odd choice to me. I'm not an indoor decorator, but that just seems like an odd choice to me. Little hatch on the floor there. Let's check out the second floor, I guess. Now, second floor, we've got this outlet here. Again, the cable is longer than it needs to be, but it is reasonably snug against the wall. I would like that to be a little bit more maintained, but that's fine. None over here. We've got these two vending machines, and yep, they're both plugged into the outlets, and the cord is pretty nicely snug. And it's right behind the machines. It looks like they're not putting in the front or anything. And so those machines are pretty nicely done. They even got floor pads to keep them from messing up the carpet. Now we got this lamp over here. Again, the cable's a bit long, but it's snug enough against the wall. Now we got these wall-mounted lamps. They don't need cables because presumably that's all maintained. Let's check out this room. So we've got the refrigerator there. That's plugged into an outlet. The cable's nice length, or it's maintained behind the fridge properly, so that's good. It looks like, it's a little hard to see there, but I think that's an outlet as well as a switch for an overhead light. That's good, you would want that in a little tiny bathroomette area. The radiator, I can't tell if that's a power switch there, it doesn't look like it. The computer here, it's a laptop, got a cable coming out of it, but it is hard to see at this angle if that's going into any socket. We'll just assume that there's a socket behind that little cabinet there. The television also has a cable, and yeah, that looks like it's hard. You can't see the outlet here, but it does look like it's an appropriate length. Same here with this. We can see the outlet just at the corner of the screen. That's probably the TV, and then also the little lamp on the table here. And I guess maybe, I can't tell if the headphones or like an MP3 charger. And those would make sense to have that there. Let's check out the other areas. Let's check the third floor. Now the third floor, again, same situation with the lamp. Could be maintained a little better, but it's close enough to the wall. That's fine. You've got these two vending machines. Again, just perfect cable maintenance there. Just really well done. Where else? Yeah, I don't think we can go in any of these rooms. And there's no things here. Okay, let's go to the next floor. Okay. We've got this here. It's roughly appropriate length. That's about what you would want. It could be a little bit tighter, but good work there. Where else? Wall mounts. Another one here. Again, same complaints that I've had on all the other floors, which is, again, really minor on that. Okay, so we got this room. Now this is like a big tech room lounge. So we'll start without the tech. Let's look elsewhere first. We've got like no electronics here. You really want at least one outlet around here in case you did want to put a little lamp or something. But if the building's too old, like there's not as much you can do about that. What else? But yeah, they have this big setup here. Like, you need a lot of power for this, and those speakers do seem a bit much. I don't know why they need that. I don't see any outlets around here, so they must just be kind of built into the cabinet console thing itself. Yeah, there's nothing behind that, so it must be like routed under the floor or something. I guess if they really knew what they were doing when they were installing this, is probably perfectly fine, but given that there's like tech in this room, you'd want at least one other outlet somewhere in the room, but there does not appear to be any other outlets. It's got the ceiling lights. But like really, if you wanted to ever put a lamp in here, you'd want an outlet. Like theoretically there could be one behind here, but it's not very accessible in that case. There's a storage room, it's locked, so we can't check that one out right now. So let's check the top floor to see if there's anything there. Okay, so we've got a couple lamps in storage, so you know if the other ones break. It looks like, oddly, these are well cable maybe, I can't tell. Maybe the base has like an area they can put the cables underneath, because I don't see any cables coming out of them. Which is good if you have them in storage, I suppose, to have the cable nicely wrapped up so you don't like go to move it down the stairs and then the cable's dragging all over the floor and you accidentally trip or something. Same with this lamp there. But it's nice that they have extras, because that way they don't have like a mixed set of lamps if one of them breaks. Well, let's check the rooftop area. See if there's any outlets there. Overhead light is nice there. Yeah, no outlets here. That's fine, it's a roof, but like, given they got a little garden area, it would be nice to have an outlet in case there's anything gardening tool-wise you'd want an outlet for. I don't know how much of a need there would be for that. But I think that's it. This storm building seems to be roughly adequate. Could do with a few more outlets, could do with a bit more cable management. But overall, it seems decent. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on the power cable and outlet situation in the Iwatodai Dorms. Have a great night.